Well, guys, thank you very much for having me as your guest tonight. Amazing presentation, by the way, to the gentleman that did the presentation. I learned even more this time around just listening and taking notes. Ladies and gentlemen, right now you have the ability to literally hit a grand slam with this project. The reason being is it's so disruptive. If you looked at some of the things they discussed about how Airbnb, how Uber, how Amazon have disrupted our daily lives for decades to come. Digital currency is no different. My background is I own a technology company, and we develop all the smart contracts. We develop the websites, the cybersecurity, the audits, you name it, anything from A to Z that a company needs to do to take a concept to the initial coin offering phase, we take care of that. Our last project, if you go to drgtoken.io, that's David Riley Gray, DRG token.io. Our last project has already raised over $400 million. We were working with a company called Dragon Incorporation to make their casinos in Asia all cashless. So imagine, ladies and gentlemen, people that have been gambling for decades, now when they start going into casinos in Asia, will have digital currency. Now, a few years ago, if you said that, you'd be like, oh, those people are crazy. That's sci-fi talk, right? That's like a movie. But that is actually what's happening as we speak right now. Digital currency, not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, List Waves, but blockchain technology that backs it is changing everything from banking to medicine to real estate. And here in the very near future, how people buy, sell, and drive vehicles. That's what's really exciting about talking with Andy and his team is they have a concept that's very disruptive, and now they're going to put it on a blockchain. So because of this, you can imagine one thing, ladies and gentlemen. You right now, the founders especially, are going to have access to all of the private pre-sales, all the pre-ICO pricing. And normally what happens, like the gentleman that was giving the presentation said, many people take advantage of these disruptive technologies early. He said the gentleman had spent like $50 in Bitcoin when it first came out. And if you really think about it, guys, those people that when Bitcoin came out in October of 2009, those people that put just a little bit of money, I'm talking like whether it was $10, $50, or $100, now have millions of dollars in Bitcoin. And the only reason they did that, guys, is because they understood one thing. People that come into the trends at the beginning make the most money. Now, what you're seeing right now is kind of a revolution for the way people buy and are able to drive cars on a yearly basis. When I looked at this concept, I said, man, why didn't somebody else think about this? Or I told my business partner, Ray Fulmer, why didn't we think about this, right? Because this is the most perfect project for people that obviously have children, families, individuals, teachers, lawyers. I mean, if you think about it, guys, buying a vehicle is one of the hardest decisions you can ever make. And this project makes it so much simpler. And then when we combine digital currencies in the future, many of you are going to get educated for free as part of the program on how digital currency works, how wallets work, exchanges, trading, etc. You'll actually be able to pay for your monthly dues in digital currency in the future. You'll be able to pay your yearly dues with digital currency. And one of the main reasons why we're developing these protocols, guys, is because only 2.5 billion global citizens have access to banking infrastructure. So what happens to the other 5 billion, right? Many of those people want to interact and have purchasing power, but because they don't have access to banking infrastructure, it's not possible. With the PCC coin in the future, when we develop the social wallet, now you don't have to go and ask a bank for permission anymore. Literally, you can set up a privileged car club social wallet in the future in under 2 minutes, and again, you can be transacting around the world. So as this project starts penetrating other countries like Mexico, Canada, other countries in Asia, you're going to see the digital part, the initial coin offering part, is absolutely going to blow. It's going to smash records because so many people right now are trying to figure out how they can get involved with not just Bitcoin, guys, but with currencies that actually have value, with ecosystems that have value. And that's really what we're developing right now. So everybody that's on this Zoom right now, I'm very honored, humbled to be part of this tribe, because this ecosystem is going to take this concept globally. And many of you that got it in the very beginning will be driving very, very nice vehicles here in a few months. In fact, when I go to the UK, some of you that are already driving your very nice vehicles, I will make sure that I ride around in your vehicle when we take videos and put it on your social media. Because a lot of times when people find out that you are part of not just an amazing ecosystem, but part of a movement that is Initial Coin Offerings, everybody wants to learn how to get involved with that. There's nobody at the beginning. Everybody thought Bitcoin was, it wasn't possible, it wasn't feasible. They're like, banks don't own it, governments don't control it, it won't last. And just a few months ago, Bitcoin was breaking into $21,500 USD as far as the price for one Bitcoin. So, guys, it's going to be a beautiful ride. Thank you very much, Andy, for having me as a guest. I will be back Wednesday. We'll give you a little more details. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want you to get excited about the fact that you will be part of one of the largest ICOs